Hey guys, today I have a really exciting treat for you. My daughter and I were so excited to get the chance to interview Ashleigh Ball about Rock Dog 2. Now, she's taken over the voice of Darma from Mae Whitman, and let me tell you this, she is also the voice of Rainbow Dash and Applejack from My Little Pony, as well as many other things. Extremely talented voice actor. So we were thrilled to get the chance to speak to her. I hope you enjoy this interview. If this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second, hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the content, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Well, thank you, Ashleigh, so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Of course, my pleasure.
We're super excited. So we loved the movie. And I want to talk to you about taking on this role because you weren't the voice in the first movie.
True. Yeah, I had to audition for the part of Darma and kind of voice match the previous actress that played the character. So yeah, they were definitely big shoes to fill because she's like a legit like Hollywood actor. So it was just a cool process to kind of get to audition and just try to kind of fall into that role of Darma, the cool.
Yeah, well, I know. I was gonna say you did so great because you really, if you listen to, we watched the trailers back to back, trying to and you can't really even tell. So good job.
Thanks. Yeah. Right.
So the movie, I feel like a lot of the takeaway is, just be yourself. So what do you want families to take away from Rock Dog 2?
Yeah, I think that's just it. Like, it's really about, staying true to yourself. And I mean, especially in the music industry, and, there's lots of crazy things that can come your way in the wild universe of the music industry and just in the universe in general. And I think just, kind of following that inner intuition and staying on course and staying true to yourself. Yeah, following that truth.
Have you ever had anything like that in real life happen to you? People trying to make you into someone you're not in your industry?
Absolutely. Yeah. I have played in a band in Canada for years, and we've toured extensively in Canada and in the States and in Europe. And we had a really funny encounter with Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Really?
Yeah, who caught word of our band. He ended up flying to Vancouver, and we did a showcase for him, and he took us up for dinner, and really he pulled out his Kiss credit card, and he was like, "It's not just about music; it's about the music business." And it was like, okay, like this is a very different kind of trajectory. We were just young, kids really just wanting to play music for fun and for the love of it, and obviously success is like a important thing to aspire to. Like you want to do well within what you're creating. But it was definitely an interesting conversation, and we were kind of being courted by him for a while. He wanted to sign us to his label, and he was just telling us all this. I mean, he gave us a lot of valuable information, and I think he's obviously a very intelligent man, and he's like a musical almanac. He's been in the business forever, but it didn't feel right. Like, we all knew in our heart of hearts that like this person wasn't the right person to like listen to in the scope of things. And I think it took a lot because there was like an offer on the table, and it was like you could have this and this and this, and we were all kind of like, that's not who we are, and we know that. And I think a lot of our fans that have been following us would see through that, and it wouldn't, if all of a sudden I came out in this, he was saying that I needed to wear, one of the things he said was I needed to present myself like wear more makeup, basically. I like the natural. And it's like if I came out with like full Kiss makeup on and I'm like in this like very non rock, that it wouldn't suit the music. I don't know. It was a very strange time. And I mean, obviously we were very fortunate to have him sort of pick us out and pay attention to us. But in the long run, we all knew that it wasn't the right thing.
It sounds very similar to like the plot of Rock Dog 2, really.
I mean, he didn't try to steal my powers.
Well, that's good.
But it was definitely, there were for sure parallels with with this movie and my own kind of experience in the music industry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy. So is that kind of what drew you to this role, or one of the things that you could kind of relate to it?
Yeah, sometimes you get a script for something, and I have nieces and nephews, and I had heard about Rock Dog 1 or the first Rock Dog, and yeah, I kind of nerded out and watched it again, and then yeah, just knowing the characters and kind of knowing the message and having that experience, like it's not every day you get to kind of play a character that you can relate to that much, although she is a fox.
Yeah.
uh it's just really cool to kind of kind of live in that world and kind of understand it, and I think that was helpful with me getting the role, I think. So yeah.
Well, that's great. I know Lori has some questions for you. Go ahead, honey.
How did you get into voice acting?
Oh, well, I went to musical theater school. I always kind of had a love of singing and performing, and yeah, I ended up getting a degree in musical theater, and that was sort of my trajectory. I wanted to do that, maybe Broadway bound. I definitely, I visited New York as a young teen, and that was sort of like it.
Mhm.
And yeah, I ended up getting I did a showcase and got kind of scooped up by an agent. This very trustworthy agent that came, and he ended up signing me to his agency, and I just kind of got tossed into the audition room. He was like, "I think you'd be good at voice acting," and I was like, "What?" Like, we didn't study that at school. That wasn't even really a possibility in my mind. So I'd always done funny voices. I'd done a lot of improv growing up. I'm from a big family, and I've always kind of been like a bit of the jokester. So yeah, I think it helps having that vocal training, because a lot of the roles I have done have been singing, although I didn't get to sing in this film. But yeah, so I think having that vocal kind of training, and then yeah, I just started going to auditions and just doing well. And yeah, there's a big industry in Vancouver. It's the Hollywood of the North, and we get a lot of projects that come up from LA and I mean from overseas as well. So yeah, it just kind of fit into my lifestyle, and then I was able to pursue music as well. So yeah, I've been working in animation for a while now. So, yeah, since I graduated anyway.
Go ahead, honey.
Are there any funny bloopers you could tell us about?
Funny bloopers.
Bloopers. Oh, like during the filming of.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of funny moments. The man who plays Lang, the sheep, he's an actor named Trevor Duvall, and he actually lives in LA now, but he's a really funny guy, and he always had everyone laughing. He'd always have little anecdotes at the end of his lines, and we'd all be, like trying not to pee our pants in the studio. Also, the character Carl, the guy in the shower.
Yeah.
He's my favorite character. But yeah, there were lots of funny moments with Carl and his weird voice that he does. I didn't play Carl, but yeah, my friend Michael played him, and yeah, it was just lots of laughs and really missing that human interaction that we used to have in the studio, because it hasn't been like that for over a year now. So yeah, I'm looking back or remembering Rock Dog 2 is like a really just like a really nice time when we're all in the studio together sharing that energy. So
oh, I bet it's so much fun. I bet that is something, because I know a lot of you guys are all recording from home now, so you're not getting to see each other.
We're just going into the very sanitized studio and just doing it individually.
Yeah.
Like everyone's on Zoom, so it's not the same energy at all. And you can't record with people on Zoom. You have to do it separately because of the tiny lag. So
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a new world. I'm hoping that we can get back to that shared energy
soon.
really.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Go ahead, baby.
Did you get to improvise a lot?
There were moments of improvisation for sure. It's hard to remember. I know that there were like certain lines where you kind of get to embellish a little bit and kind of make your own kind of choices with the character. But there are lines written, and we wanted to respect the writers.
Mhm.
And there were definitely some little moments for sure that made it in that were improvised. Maybe some of Carl's stuff was improvised, I feel like.
Now I know this is like what she's been dying to ask you about. I told her she could ask you, so go ahead.
How does it feel to be two of the main 6 in MLP?
She's obsessed with My Little Pony, so she's
I miss recording My Little Pony, my goodness. Well, it feels really awesome to be Rainbow Dash. Applejack feels pretty all right too. I mean, what do you think, Sugar Cube?
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So when you do voices like that, so when you're recording like My Little Pony, if you're a scene, would you record both of them back to back, or would you record like just Applejack and then just Rainbow Dash?
When we first started, we kept things separate just because it was harder to kind of keep track of the characters. I feel like Applejack used to be a little higher in my register in like the first season or two, but yeah, as time went on, it just became second nature. Like Applejack can talk to Rainbow Dash. It's really easy to kind of go back and forth between voices, you know? So it kind of like was a part of like my learning curve, I guess, and just having the director, he was like, do you want to just give it a go and just try? Especially those scenes where I am acting with myself, like you can feel a little bit like, oh, cuckoo. But yeah, it probably during halfway through season 2, I started kind of falling into that groove and being able to record everything in one take with myself.
That's so cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. I got one last question. You probably can't answer, but there are rumors out there, and it seems like on IMDb there is a Rock Dog 3. Can you say anything about that?
Fingers crossed. I mean,
okay.
It's possible right now. Yeah, there's whispers, but I cannot confirm nor deny.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Ashleigh, for taking the time today. We really appreciate it.
Of course, so nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed our chat with Ashleigh. Let me know down below in the comments if you're excited for Rock Dog 2. Let me know your favorite part about the interview. Was it when she talked like Rainbow Dash and Applejack? Because that was amazing. My daughter has not stopped talking about it since. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. I would love a thumbs up, and don't forget you can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Mama's Geeky over there. MAMASGEEKY. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.